when I say data table, okay, so data table, it's an a variable type. We have seen so many variable types, right? We have seen like the data type as a integer, string. Integer stores or integer holds integer value like 1, 200, 300, right? Double holds decimal number value like 100.20. String holds some text included, you can say alphanumerical value, right? Address as an example. Boolean store true and false value. Okay, so you can say every individual have its own functionality, right? So similar way we have one more data type called as the data table. Right, data table, we can split that data table in two words. Data table, that means tabular data. We can call it as a tabular data or data of table as well. It's an variable data type, right? If I'll open this and if I'll create this variable, okay, and if for example, if you see, if I'll create this variable from here, if I'll browse, or you can see, if you see system dot data table, right? System dot data table. So you will see like variable type as a data table. So it's an data table as a variable type. So okay, so as I said, variables are storing some data. So in this data type, what kind of data we can store? Okay, so it store data in a tabular format, right? Like integer stores data in a integer format like 10, a single value it store. But data table stores data in a tabular format, right? Like this. That data table variable, that single data table variable can store the whole you can say information, like this. You can say this table, this is a very small table, but data table holds you can say big table as well, containing many columns and many rows. Okay, so within that single variable we can store these multiple you can say rows and multiple columns, or you can say we can store the data in form of the table. So that's what that terminology, it's called as the data table, right? Data table, tabular data, like that, right? So what kind of data we can store in the data, or you can say we can store in the this table. So whichever data we can store, that data we can store in a rows and columns format. This is my row, right? This is my first row. This is my columns. You can say first name, role in company, address, email, phone number. It's my heading basically, right? First name is my column, role in company is my second column, third column is like address, fourth column is you can say email, and you can say phone number is a column. And this is my first row, second row, third row, fourth, fifth and sixth row. Okay, so we can store that data in form of the data table, right? The basic you can say definition. So it may like anything, right? It's not like a fixed. We can store, as I said, many rows and many columns. For example, this, okay,